Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dorothy Gale!
I got a feeling that we did something right.
Nothing says Wizard of Oz like some mid-aughts R&B.
I was trying to be so nice. This was not good. That was... I liked Muppets from Space better than that. And I didn't really like Muppets from Space very much. I'm really sorry. They didn't utilize the source material in like a very Muppety way. Okay. I think Ashanti was not the right choice.
Okay. I don't think we have to do...
Like a whole thing?
Yeah. We can do like a short. So do you want to do pros and cons or... I have some.
Some pros? Okay.
Yeah.
Emerald City.
Oh, the Emerald City is actually kind of dope.
It's so beautiful.
It's so
That is pretty.
I am Oz, great and terrible. Who are you?
Oh, this is accurate too.
Like a dragon?
Well, he appears to each of them differently.
It's incredible, really. When you think about it, it blows the mind.
Oh, that's cool.
Toto, 80s Ben.
That was cool.
Go ahead. What were you saying? I cut you off.
It didn't feel like the Muppets. And so especially when I was looking at the trivia and it says this was the last thing that was actually produced by the Jim Henson Company, I was like, that sucks.
Disney acquired the Muppets.
Yeah.
And then Jim Henson died.
Yeah.
And then Disney didn't know what to do with the Muppets.
Clearly, still to this day.
But I think they're better
now. For sure.
Post Jason Segel, that's the problem. Jason Segel knew what to do with the Muppets. They were in a very gimmicky place. And frankly, I think gimmicks work a fair amount with the Muppets, but I agree with you completely, full stop. It doesn't feel Muppety.
Yeah.
There's a handful of Muppet necessities or like things that you have to have in order to have a Muppet production, and this technically does have them. But like Statler and Waldorf telling jokes.
Yeah.
There's a pair of vicious collider critics. Those monstrous beasts just love to rip performers to shreds.
That's Dorothy Gale, the new overnight sensation.
Oh.
She's really killing them in Munchkinland.
Is that them?
I think they're the Kaleidos, though. I think we talked through it.
Really bringing down the houses.
Shut up.
Yeah, this is weirdly the book. Like the crossing the bridge is in the book.
Oh, okay. But it just doesn't feel right.
No. Like I said, it to me, I think it's very much Disney not really having any clue what to do with them. I do think part of it is the time. I think it's where we were at culturally. I just did not realize how vicious and lawless the 2000s was.
Yeah.
Because like when you're in it, it's a little bit like an abusive, relationship.
No, it's fine. But it's like there were so many like comments about body image, like fatness or not.
I'm not melting. I'm getting skinny. Oh, I'm getting skinny. I've been... nuts.
All the comments from her family members about look how she looks like.
I just can't stop thinking about my audition today. How do I look?
You look like one of them girls in one of them rap videos.
She is wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
What do you think of my outfit?
You look like one of them girls in a rap video.
And she didn't.
She was literally wearing a cap sleeve top and jeans, and so you could see her belly button. I don't know. And you were right too. It was especially for having been acquired by Disney and putting this out on ABC, presumably, on a Sunday night. It was so horny.
You're all big.
But more importantly, I'm negro guy.
Wait, no.
The gaze was off. Like,
Yeah,
the perspective was off. Because the Muppets have been burlesque-y.
Sure.
Like, there is
But
a
burlesque and horny
is different.
That's vaudeville.
Uh-huh.
This was like a weird, horny
This
show.
is like Girls Gone Wild. There was a
Yeah.
Girls Gone Wild joke in this.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought it'd be so hard to find an all-American girl with talent?
Yeah! How do the producers of Girls Gone Wild do it?
I think the characterizations were off. I have never been a big Ashanti fan.
I have no beef, but
I don't think. I mean, she was fine. She was passable, but again, I really wish it was Christina Milian or Ciara.
And the other thing for me is I think there's a distinct difference between like really wanting to work with the Muppets and being equipped to work with the Muppets. And I mean, first of all, she's not an actress. She's done a couple of acting gigs, but she's not an actress. So it's like she's maybe like, like I would,
like Queen Latifah and David Alan Grier.
Yes, work with the Muppets. But like she didn't work with the Muppets. Also, basically, in the original, I don't know what it is in the book, but like Dorothy wants to go home immediately. That is her immediate motivation. She's like, I have to get back to my aunt and uncle, like immediately. And she was like,
You want me to wear shoes off a nasty old witch? I don't think so.
They're Manolos.
Manolos? Why didn't you say that? Wow. If the power of these magic shoes is supposed to make you feel confident and sexy, then mission accomplished.
give me those Manolos and make me famous. And I'm just like, that really cheapens the vibe of the whole thing for me. That just makes you seem like a selfish brat.
It's also just so off kilter to me because, and I don't think that this is problematic, me saying this, but it starts off way more in a The Wiz place.
Yeah.
But then goes weirdly loyal to the L. Frank Baum source material.
Right.
And again, I don't hate that, but when you're cutting it against the Muppets and then against The Wiz and then against the 2000s and then against like it muddles it. It turns it into like this weird soup.
I mean, I get why they did it, why they like cut away to it, because they didn't want to pay for a fight scene, but the Quentin Tarantino thing was nuts.
And then, just as Dorothy and the Wicked Witch charge at each other,
oh no.
Bam! Blowout fight scene. And they just tear it up.
It only works because Kill Bill had just been a big cultural thing.
Yeah.
And otherwise that's absurd. And again, I hear what I'm saying. I know that
but you're right too, but it's like 20 years removed from that. In my mind, I just was like, how weird Quentin Tarantino's in here. It didn't even occur to me that it was right after both Kill Bills were out.
Until I said that.
Until you just said it right now.
I feel like there was something missing because I remember there being like storyboards, or was I looking at
You might have been looking at something.
Were there storyboards of Piggy fighting?
I didn't see any.
I feel like I remember like drawn aspects. I keep wanting to be like, it's not terrible, and it is. It's awful.
It's not good.
But I can see how a child would be endeared to that. Of course, yes. Certainly from a place of familiarity or nostalgia.
But again, to that point, I felt like the pacing was bad. It felt longer than it is. I felt all 87 minutes of that.
Honestly, the only parts that I was actually engaged in was Kermit, Scarecrow, and Fozzie's, Kermit, Fozzie, and Gonzo, kind of.
I don't have a brain.
You don't have a brain? Why are you whispering?
Well, I can't really answer that because...
I don't have a brain.
I don't have a brain.
And I like Pepe the Prawn, but I hate him in this.
So I'll tell you what it is. It's kind of like how... Remember the first time we saw Enchanted? And we were like, why is the chipmunk horrible? But then the chipmunk goes to New York and can't talk, and it's amazing. But then we go back, and it's got that stupid New York accent again.
Whoa, and what do we look like, garbage? Close the door on me.
It's like that. It's like, I don't mind. Well, first of all, it's patently stupid that she has a pet prawn.
that she rescued from the diner.
From the diner. So, but the rest of the prawns were good. That was fine to eat. Just this one. And so then again, yes, the Pepe being her like familiar or whatever also like didn't really check.
I'm also like the only one of Piggy's looks that worked for me was the white one.
Yeah.
I don't get the Palm Springs Wicked Witch of the East.
I'm gonna put you in a better place in my oven! You hear me? This is a lot heavier than
I think the white one worked the best. I think the biker one worked fine.
Yeah.
And I think it was especially cute with the biker gang and the monkeys and all that. I do love that they were accurate to the book in so many places because most people just don't know that. Most people have no concept of The Wizard of Oz beyond the MGM musical.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's interesting, but back to the point I was making, I think that when you're cutting it against some of the other things that this production's doing, you lose that. You lose the fact that it's authentic to L. Frank Baum's work.
Oh, welcome to Emerald City, where the place is so bright you've got to wear shades, or your eyeballs will fry like a couple of eggs. Me.
Oh, that's the book, yeah. In the book, the Emerald City is not actually green. They wear glasses that make it look green. I hated Piggy's Glinda, because it's just Piggy in a purple dress with a boa.
Where can I find your sister Glinda? Right here, dear.
Oh, where are you going? That's disappointing.
Yeah, it's just a purple dress.
Enchanté. And how is it we've never met?
And I hated that there was two of them.
Yeah.
That Glinda was standing next to Tatty Poo, because the implication is in these Muppet movies, and including this one, because they mentioned something about the production. I forget what they said, but they broke the fourth wall, and I was like, quintessential Muppet.
Yeah.
The implication is that Piggy is playing multiple roles.
Yeah.
I don't recall, I'm thinking now, I don't recall that we ever see her standing next to another Piggy.
It was weird.
Hate to interrupt, but the wizard said you can help me get home.
And there are other pigs. Like, there's other female pigs. There's one from the 70s that has like a Bernadette Peters perm. Sue, maybe. I cannot remember her name, and I wish we got more of her because the Muppets is wanting for female characters.
It's true.
And then I also mentioned that in the 90s, there was one named Pamela Henderson who I really liked.
That just goes to show a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
And I wish she was still around, except for the fact that I feel like the fact that she is so blatantly a parody of Pamela Anderson feels not correct.
Yeah.
Because I liked her as a character. Like, she it wasn't an offensive portrayal.
Well,
but it's like, that's not, like, the Muppets aren't parodies of existing live people.
For sure.
And then in the 2015 revival that we will cover in some capacity, they had a new pig. I don't remember her name. She looked like Lana Del Rey.
It was very funny.
Well, what can I say? I'm attracted to pigs.
I'm trying to think.
I have nothing else. I have said my piece.
You were like, I was trying so hard to be generous.
And also I have to eat dinner.
I will say that it is for diehards alone.
Yeah.
If you are a Muppet or a Wizard of Oz aficionado, then you got to cross it off your bucket list.
Yeah.
my life is not worse for having seen it, but other than filling in, like I said, those two things, because I'm passionate about both the Muppets and the Wizard of Oz, it has brought nothing.
Yeah, agreed.
to my life. So sorry if that's a bummer. Sorry if if this is what you're so excited about, or this is what you wanted.
I do feel a little bad, but
it
is what it is.
I mean, we were 20. 2005, we were 20 when this is airing.
Yeah.
So
that was already not the right age, I feel like.
And I mean, I love the Muppet Family Christmas, and I love some of the...
Yeah, but that is... I can't get into it. That's so much better. Goodbye.
This is...
Like, not good at all.
But I agree with you completely. Full stop.
I do think
it doesn't feel Muppety.
They were in a very gimmicky place, and frankly, I think
there's a
gimmicks
work a fair amount
with the Muppets.